Take a live look outside at Golden from Lookout Mountain. Boy, oh boy.
Yes.
It was a warm weekend, and it's going to get even warmer as the week goes on. Is this summer?
I know, it feels like it. It's wild.
I'm just
so
not,
early.
Yeah. We've never had it before.
I know.
Wild. Well, I'm Steve Stager in for Drew Carney.
And I'm Corey Rose. Let's get a check of the forecast right now with Katie. It makes me very worried about the summer.
Fire season, yeah, in terms of our snowpack being so low. Good morning, you guys. We hit our all-time hottest temperature ever in March on Saturday at 86 degrees. We've never seen 80s 4 days in a row in the month of March. That's what we saw last week. And once again, we're expecting to break records with the heat incoming for tomorrow and Wednesday. This morning, it's mostly cloudy skies, 46 degrees, winds are calm, humidity sitting at 62%. Dry roadways if you're heading to and from the mountains this morning. I have seen a few light flurries over the highest terrain, but not impacting any roadways. And for today, we'll hang with the cloud coverage here in Denver. Temperatures in the low 70s. Now, the record for today is 77 degrees, so not quite at record territory, but we do usually in late March see highs in the upper 50s, and we'll be in the 60s into the mountains near Vail, Frisco, Steamboat Springs at 68 degrees. The heat already this afternoon starting to build across the western sloping Grand Junction at 81. And then all of our state will be left with sunshine and 80s in Denver for tomorrow, well above average temperatures. We're expecting to break records from the mountains to the plains in terms of our highs we never have seen in March, anywhere close to 88 degrees. That's what we're expecting, near 90 on Wednesday. By the end of the week, though, we will have some changes. Details in your extended forecast still to come. Brianna?
Katie, thank you so much. Right now, Sky 9 giving us a live look near I-70 in Colorado. So the smoke from the recycling yard fire near I-70 in Colorado is spilling into the interstate right now. So if you're driving west or eastbound near Colorado Boulevard, taking I-70, this is what you can expect for that morning commute, especially because we are seeing that smoke kind of pour in there. So visibility could be an issue, and also smoky conditions out there. Just keep in mind, this is exactly what's happening at this recycling plant. Now, I do want to switch things over to our CDOT cameras. Right now, 6th Avenue, leaving the Lakewood area, so past Wadsworth, Sheridan into Federal. We were tracking a crash heading into I-25. That is no longer the case. You can see traffic very light in this area. It was a different story about 20 minutes ago. Now, switching things over to our main maps, you can see overall we were tracking a crash along westbound I-70 near Havana. That is no longer the case, but we are seeing significant delays really past Pena Boulevard for anyone taking westbound I-70. We also had that stalled vehicle and that crash near 6th and I-25. And then we're still seeing some police activity for anyone near Wadsworth at 68th Avenue.
All right, Brianna, thank you. Taking a live look right now at Denver International Airport. The skies look very nice. The runway looks calm on this Monday morning.
Yes, travelers are still being warned, though, to expect long lines at airports as TSA agents continue to work without pay. And in response, President Trump has ordered federal immigration agents to go to airports to help with security. 9 News reporter Shalima Maharaj is live at DIA with more.
Good morning, guys. Yeah, we're just at the West Checkpoint area here. We're at number 3. We've been at number 1 and 2, and there's just been a steady stream of passengers coming and going here. I'm going to step out of the way so you can have a look at exactly how many people are showing up right now. The Department of Homeland Security, of course, has said that so far more than 400 TSA workers have quit. The Trump administration saying that immigration officers are going to be used to guard exit lanes or to check passenger IDs. That's supposed to start today at a number of different airports across the country. It remains unclear whether that's going to be the case here. Now, TSA agents have gone without pay since mid-February because of a Department of Homeland Security funding lapse that led to a partial government shutdown. Been seeing those high number of sick calls recently, long wait times. It's been frustrating for some passengers. And in a series of social media posts, the president said that ICE would be deployed to airports to help TSA agents who are still on the job. Tom Homan, Borders Czar, addressed what those agents would likely be doing while here.
I don't see an ICE agent looking at an x-ray machine because they're not trained in that. There are certain parts of security that TSA is doing that we can move them off those jobs and put them in the specialized jobs to help move those lines.
Now, a member of our team did reach directly out to ICE to ask about whether or not they're going to have a presence here at DIA. They didn't directly address that particular question. Reporting live from DIA, Shalima Maharaj, 9 News.
Shalima, thank you. With the conflict raising fuel prices, United Airlines, which has a hub here in Denver, says it will be cutting flights. In a memo last week, United CEO says jet fuel prices more than doubled since the war began in late February. He said the surging price could cost the airline an extra $11 billion this year alone. The affected flights will be ones that are less popular, including midweek and overnight flights. They're also cutting flights to Dubai International Airport and an airport in Kerala, India. United hopes to restore the full schedule this fall.
Parts of the federal election overhaul bill, the Save America Act, were blocked from moving forward in a rare weekend vote. The vote was on two parts. One would restrict federal funds going to schools that allow transgender athletes in women's sports. The other was a motion to advance the Democratic bill just funding the TSA, but not the rest of the DHS. Republican senators spoke out in support of what they say will secure American elections.
It's a piece of common sense legislation that we think is overwhelmingly supported by the American people, and we intend to keep pushing forward and ensure that the American people know whether their senators are for or against ensuring that only American citizens vote in American elections.
Senate Majority Leader John Thune says 36 states already require voter ID to vote in elections.
7 weeks after the disappearance of Nancy Guthrie, the Guthrie family is asking for renewed attention to this case. They're asking for more focus on the Tucson community where she was taken in the middle of the night from her home. Savannah Guthrie posted a statement asking neighbors to consult camera footage, journal notes, text messages, and other details that may hold significance. She also thanked the community for the outpouring of support. Pima County Sheriff Chris Nanos says that they're constantly analyzing evidence. The investigation has amassed at least 40,000 leads. The biggest clue is still that chilling video showing an armed masked man at Nancy's home the night she was abducted.
Using artificial intelligence to write up your resume may actually be hurting your job prospects. That's according to a new survey of hiring managers by the HR consulting firm Robert Half. Respondents said a growing number of job seekers are submitting AI-optimized resumes that either fabricate or embellish a candidate's experience. They then have to spend extra time verifying the candidate's actual qualifications. In all, 2/3 of hiring managers said AI ultimately slowed the hiring process down.
Yeah. I would hope so. You know, I heard from a lot of people too who were trying to apply for jobs and saying they weren't getting through the HR kind of firewalls because AI was screening their resumes.
Really?
And looking for specific things that may not have been there. So you almost had to like write the correct code for the AI bot to read your resume.
It's a different world.
I mean, I think AI would have trouble embellishing about me.
I don't know.
There's not a lot to embellish.
No.
Really.
This is so weird though to me. This is the thing that I keep saying. I think AI has a place for so many things, but you have to like double check the work.
Yeah.
You can't just say, hey, AI, build me a resume and submit it without really like looking at it and making sure it's actually accurate.
You want it to create, you want it to research, not create.
Yes.
That's kind of what I always say. Like I use it a lot, like I'll ask it a question and then I always double check all the information it gives me just because, you know, it makes the most sense. But it could be a great tool.
Yeah.
Just people are using it the wrong. Don't be lazy.
Yes, that's it.
Yeah.